Hello everybody, welcome to That's Football. I'm Mark Goldbridge. It's Austria against Argentina, group game 2 in this World Cup. What an amazing stadium we are in again. I mean, look, you know, it is incredible. I don't care, you know, you miss a couple of games and you're ready to go again, and you come back and you're like, this is it. We're in Dallas. We're in Dallas, same place as England, Croatia. Fantastic stadium, absolutely fantastic stadium. Really looking forward to it. Rangnick of Austria, Rangnick ball against Argentina. I mean, look, I think this is going to be very difficult, in fact, for Rangnick and Austria to get anything here. They'll be massive underdogs. But if you know anything about football and you watch them in the Euros, they do play football in the right way. They just don't have the depth of talent that Belgium and France and Germany and other European clubs other European countries close to them have. So yeah, it will be a challenge for them tonight. But I'm hoping it'll be a good game of football. I mean, look, I'm not expecting Austria to win, but if they come out and play in the right way, and we could end up with 5 goals. So yeah, I think it's good. It's bloody hot, isn't it? It is hot. Sorry, I was a little bit late. 3 watchalongs tonight, though. To be honest, I'd rather be doing watchalongs. It's so hot today. Sorry, I've just got to get rid of Samuel in the chat. Goodbye, mate. It's always good to out yourself really early in a stream, because sometimes the longer the stream goes, there's so many people commenting, you can actually get in with a stupid comment. But I saw it straight away in 4K. Block, bye, see you later. Anyway, it is very hot. Lucas says there's a storm where he is. It feels really hot today in the UK, and it's actually going to be 10 degrees hotter tomorrow and 12 degrees hotter the next day. And it's just Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday are going to be sweltering. 3 watch-alongs, yes, Christian. So we've got Argentina, Austria, funnily enough. Then we're doing France, Iraq at 10 p.m. UK time. And then we are doing Norway, Senegal at 1 a.m. With a United stand show in between. I mean, look, I can do it. My biggest problem is the heat. It's just so hot. It's so humid. I mean, I have got a sort of fan thing, but it'll mess around with the audio. I can probably knock it up another one, actually. Get a little bit more going. It's just the airflow. That's what we need. We need a bit of airflow. That's better. I can feel it a little bit better now. Oh yeah, that feels a bit better. We'll put up with that. Anyway, we are sponsored by Boyle Sports on the stream tonight. So what that means is I've got a bet builder going on. 25% bet boost as well. If you want to play a bet builder with Boyle Sports, links in the description, or scan the QR code. That means you get a 25% bet boost on whatever your odds are. The way a bet builder works is you take a number of things like number of yellow cards, free kicks, corners, goal scorers, and you put that all into one bet, and you see what comes out. So I've got Argentina to win, Lautaro Martinez to score at any time, over 2.5 goals, Messi to have over 2.5 shots, and Sabitzer to be booked. So I'm quite confident about that one. I mean, I am a little bit worried about the bookings. I think the bookings are very sporadic, but I think at some point we will start to see more of those. Give it a go yourself. What do you think of mine? Let me know in the comments. And throughout the tournament, Ball Sports are also throwing some World Cup quiz questions at you as well. So this is for half time. In which country did Argentina win its first World Cup? In which country did Argentina win its first World Cup? Keep that for half time. We'll come back to that. And make sure if you are putting a bet on with Boyle Sports this tournament, put your patriotism aside and pick with clarity of thought. This World Cup, Boyle Sports are reminding you to pick with your head and not your heart. Don't let your emotions muddy the waters. As always, it's 18 plus, UK, Ireland and only. Please bet responsibly. Terms and conditions are in the description and via the QR code. Okay, so yeah, I've got... it's the booking that worries me. Messi will definitely have over 2.5 shots. I think there'll be over 2.5 goals. A lot of people would say Argentina are going to win. And also, Lautaro Martinez to score is probably not a bad shout as well. In fact, let's just get these lineups on the screen for you as well. There's the Argentina lineup. Messi shaking hands with Alaba there. Real Madrid Alaba. He's had a lot of injury problems. Don't know why I went high pitch. Yep. UK households urge not to use fans from Tuesday. Millions of households have been warned that using electric fans incorrectly during this week extreme heat could do more harm than good. Use electric fans if the temperature is below 35 degrees, but do not aim the fan directly at your body as this can lead to dehydration. Okay. There'll be some boffin in the chat who can tell us why it's a bad idea to have a fan when it's going to be over 30 degrees, but there'll be somebody who's paid to do it better than I am, that's for sure. Right, we're about ready to start. Get ready to rumble. Watchers wreck the mic. Watchers wreck the mic. Watchers wreck the mic. Watchers wreck the mic. Psych. Who is it? Argentina. I'm just putting a tweet out. Here we go. Yeah, what's the game I'm looking for? Oh, I've just realised I'm hidden behind that. What's the game I'm looking forward to the most today? Probably this one. I think this low key is a game I was always looking forward to. And probably yeah, this one or Norway Senegal. I think there is a lot riding on that game, of course. So yeah, there he is, Ralph Rangnick. What a guy! Spoke a lot of sense. He did, and there's another great guy, Lionel Messi. I like the two big windows in Dallas. I don't know where those windows go, but they're massive, aren't they? They're absolutely huge. Must be something to do with the aircon, because they've got aircon. Don't talk to me about aircon. I put a tweet. I got into a bit of trouble actually today. I put a tweet out saying, you know, in the UK, because we're going to have 3 days of 30 degrees, they're calling it extreme heat. And basically, schools are closing, businesses are saying work from home, trains will be cancelled. If your kids do any sort of training or sports, it'll all be cancelled. And all I said on my tweet is, I just don't get the modern world. You know, if it's too cold, stay at home. If it's too hot, stay at home. If it's too windy, stay at home. I'm not joking. When I was a kid in the 80s, we went to school in every weather. Blizzards, heat waves. You'd have thought as a society we would have actually got better in 40 years, not worse. We've become more risk averse as a people. But loads of people are like, yeah, well, people could get heat stroke. Think of the old folks. And I'm like, well, yeah, the same risks occurred in the 80s. Keep your curtains closed so that the heat doesn't come into the house. Drink plenty of water. Wear loose clothing. Don't go for a fucking run at midday. Have cold showers. Simples. Yeah, the true point is Assad. In the 80s, nobody sued anyone. Everyone does it now. Exactly. You're right. Anyway, game's up and running. He looked offside to me there. Goes for a goal kick anyway. Thank you everybody who's tuning in. Nearly 4,000 already on YouTube. Thanks for all the follows on TikTok, by the way. Harris, Musa, Hamza, thanks for your follows. Baz, Emmanuel, hope you're doing well. Look, it is hot. It's definitely hot. But I disagree with the world coming to a, you know, the UK coming to a halt. You know, we apparently invaded half of the world. Hundreds of years ago. We now can't deal with snow, frost, ice, wind, sun, rain. We can't deal with any weather, basically. We just can't deal with it. But you go, you know, talking about snow, we get a couple of inches of snow, everything is shut down. You go to places in like Canada, United States, Sweden, it's just a normal day. And we did used to get hot weather. We definitely used to get hot weather. People act like it's the first time we've had over 30 degrees. Definitely not. Anyway, right, let me have a look at the teams, because you lot have all seen them and I haven't. Argentina, Emi Martinez, Molina, Romero, Lisandro Martinez and Medina, and they're in. And it's, well, Lautaro Martinez does want a penalty. I don't think it looked like a penalty. Referee has said waved play on. Lautaro Martinez has stayed down. He's up front with Messi, McAllister, Enzo, Almada and De Paul in the midfield. We'll come to the Austrian team in a minute. Has Lautaro Martinez got up yet? I think he's to be fair, the one from the other side probably does foul him. I think it might be a penalty, that. I don't think he's actually injured. No, I don't think he's injured. As soon as he went down, he looked back. I don't think he's injured. Look, the refereeing's been brilliant in this tournament. Absolutely brilliant. But I've got to say, there might have been a bit of a penalty about that. I think the guy from the other side, I think the one on the right-hand side tackles him. The one on the left-hand side fouls him. Watch. Number 4 tackles him, definitely. Look, number 4 tackles him. You can see it. Or is it actually number 5? Who gets the tackling? One of them tackles him and one of them fouls him. Actually, it's actually him who gets the tackling. In the Premier League, that would be a penalty. Oh, they are checking for a possible penalty. Do you think it was a penalty? Let's run a poll. That's what I was trying to do and it didn't go up. Do you think it was a pen? I think this is the most borderline penalty I've seen in a long time. Because he gets the ball. He gets the ball. It's Messi though, isn't it? If they give the penalty, Messi scores a penalty. Even MUFC Ims just said that it's Messi. They've got the option of giving a penalty so that Messi can score a goal here. Yeah, it's getting given. It's going to get given. 68% if you think it is a penalty, to be fair. I think one of them gets the ball and one of them doesn't. And therefore, it's one of those, isn't it? Well, he does get the ball. But he gets his foot first. I think it's a penalty, you know. It's going to be a penalty. Yeah, he's giving it. Argentina fans are happy. Messi is going to cruise this golden boot. This will be goal number 4 for Messi. We've only been playing a few minutes. 67% say yes. My initial thought was it was a penalty. I mean, but what I would say is that they didn't have to give it. I don't think it was stonewall. They could have not given it because the referee on the pitch didn't give it. They could have stuck with him and said, "Look, there's a bit of the ball there." But I did think on the replay it was a penalty. Anyway, Messi to step up. And he's missed. He's bloody missed it. Lionel Messi. He's missed it. Messi. Well, that's probably for the betterment of the game, really. He's missed the whole goal as well. It wasn't even a save. I think that's better for the game. I think it's better for the game that it's 0-0. If Argentina, as the favourites in this game, score, then that's not even counted as a shot on target for Messi in my bet builder either, is it? Bloody hell. Bad penalty. Maybe it was a little bit too early in the game for him. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. Rajaf says FIFA has a fetish to give Messi and Ronaldo is the GOAT. I've got to be fair, I did think it was a penalty when I saw it, but you know. Probably a fair few Argentinians of Austrian descent, says A True Gent. Fitz Princess can pad his stats now, says It's Nikkei. Hi Mark, I was happy with my country Egypt last night. Hope you're doing well and thanks for the many watch-alongs. Also, would you love to go to Venice, Italy, says Hamza. I would. AJ versus Fury is going to be in the USA. Hearn and Warren sold us out. That's a shame. Metal Box, I didn't know that. That is a shame. Anglo-Saxon, thanks very much for your very generous super chat. Thanks for the World Cup company. Who's your golden boot? Kane, Messi, Haaland or Mbappe? Well, I literally just tweeted before the penalty that I think Messi's going to cruise it. 4 goals in just over 1 game. But he's missed it. Rex says Austria have conceded 1 goal in the past 18 games. That's incredible if it's true. And Lucas says, I was wondering your thoughts on the criticism Doku is receiving for attending the birth of child instead of playing for Belgium. Kylie says that miss was deserved. This is quite a frenetic game here. Justin, thanks for your follow on TikTok and appreciate you. Harry just said Fernandez to Tottenham. Here we go. Stop trying to wind me up. Yeah, just on the Doku thing, there's a lot of people like jumping into point score. I'm surprised Lineker hasn't yet. It's very obvious that if Doku wants to attend the birth of his first child over playing for Belgium in the World Cup, then it's not an issue. If he doesn't want to attend the birth of his first child to play for Belgium, it's not an issue. But nobody can criticise his choice because he's got every right to go and attend the birth of his first child. I've heard a few people saying, well, he absolutely should do it. He absolutely should do it. But what if he said, I don't want to do it? Playing for Belgium is more important to me. Ultimately, it's his choice. That's what I would say. Now, I know what I would do. I would attend the birth of my first child, and I think that's probably what he wants to do, and that should be supported, absolutely. Also, what you've got to remember is Belgium is shit. I mean, I'd attend the birth of my mate's child rather than play for Belgium, to be honest with you. In fact, I'd attend the opening of a packet of crisps than playing for Belgium. So, you know, he definitely should attend the birth of his first child. But it's his choice. I know footballers who haven't attended the birth of their first child to play in a football match, and they shouldn't be judged either. There's no definitive answer, but I think he wanted to, and that should be supported. I find it amazing that people think he should miss it. Although, in a way, I do respect it, because, you know, if somebody has a different opinion, they should have it. You know, just mentioned there about heat and snow and everything like that. If someone thinks you shouldn't attend a childbirth to play for your national team, I completely disagree, but at least they have an opinion. Going back to the games last night as well, I must just catch up, because we always do at half-time what games we're going to do. I didn't do Belgium against Iran last night because I had a bad feeling it was going to be 0-0. We did Spain-Saudi, that was the last watch-along we did. I didn't do the 8 o'clock Belgium-Iran because I thought it would be a 0-0. I was right, it was absolutely shit. I had it on in the background, but it was crap. Uruguay-Cape Verde, I watched the first half. Thought it was quite good, and then I put Rob Roy on. But I thought that was quite a good game, 2-2. Cape Verde again doing very well. And then, of course, we had Egypt beating New Zealand 3-1, which I didn't watch. I just watched the highlights of that. So, yeah, I thought Uruguay, Cape Verde, and New Zealand, Egypt looked okay, to be fair. But I don't really understand the. Dismissiveness of Cape Verde. They're not in the North American group. They're not Haiti. They're not Curacao. They're not Panama. They qualified from Africa. Nigeria didn't. Cameroon didn't. It's, you know, I think some people think Cape Verde are like Luxembourg or something like that. Like, they have come through a very difficult qualification setup. So whilst Cape Verde are getting some very good results, I do think there's been a bit of disrespect around them that I think a lot of people thought they were going to get absolutely battered because they've never heard of them really. But they actually do have they actually are quite decent. So this is 0-0 at the moment, and long may that continue. Tell you what, cleaning glasses is a bloody nightmare. It only takes one little smudge and you can tell. I've done it. And when you're cleaning them, that's the worst time. There we go. Clean as a whistle. Lovely stuff. Paz, thanks for the follow. Gus says Messi doesn't need penalties, Mark. No, he's already got 3. But look, it's good for the game because Austria have actually done quite well since the penalty. We didn't do the Austrian team, did we? Why has my stats carousel gone down? Playing up, innit? That's the Austrian team. So, Austria lineup is as follows. Schläger, Posch, Danzo, Alaba, Lehmer playing at left back. He can play everywhere. Sewald, Schlager, Schmid, Wanner, Sabitzer and Gregoritsch. A lot of these players a lot of these players might sound familiar if you watched our Bundesliga Friday night live footage matches last season. There are a lot of, funnily enough, there's a lot of Austrian players that play in the German Bundesliga. They have their own Bundesliga as well. But some Gregoritsch plays for Augsburg. He's got 24 goals in 25 games for Austria. Sabitzer just put a good cross in there. You'll know him from United. 32 years of age now. He's only 1 cap away from 100 caps, actually. Schmid plays for Werder Bremen. Just going through their lineup. Schmid, Wanner and Sabitzer are behind Gregoritsch. So Schmid plays for Werder Bremen. Wanner plays for PSV. Only 20 years of age, number 24. Always like it when there's a younger player in it. Maybe he's the player to watch then. Number 24 for Austria. He's only 20 years old. He's only got 4 caps, but he plays for PSV, who were very, very impressive last season. Sewald and Schlager both definitely play in the Bundesliga. I'm absolutely convinced on that. Schlager plays for RB Leipzig, and so does Sewald. Yeah. The engine room. Austria's basically like a Bundesliga team, really. But yeah, keep an eye out on number 20. Obviously, Kevin Danzo, you should know, plays for Spurs. Alaba's still at Real Madrid. Lehmer's Bayern Munich. Schlager, the goalkeeper, plays for RB Salzburg. And then their right back, Posch, well, he plays for Mainz. So the vast majority of these players do play in Germany. They have got a striker, Kalajdzic, who plays for Lask. And Artovic is still there at 37. He's at Red Star Belgrade now. But a very experienced team, actually. Number 24, Wanner, who's 20 years of age, is The youngest by quite a long way, apart from Chukwuemeka, who you might remember from Chelsea. He's on the bench and is at Dortmund now. Another one who's in the Bundesliga. But they're an experienced side, and this is it. Messi, lovely feet. And the keeper ends up saving it. I don't know whether Messi got the shot off. I think it might have been a defensive tackle that the keeper saved from Alaba. Or was it Danzo? Zablon on TikTok, thanks for your follow. Balaranwar says, come on, Messi. Yeah, players to watch. We normally have one. So number 24 for PSV. Sorry, number 24 for Austria plays for PSV. And for Argentina, player to watch. Well, if I'm biased, I'd say Lisandro Martinez, but I think we all know it's Messi. Austria are definitely capable of getting something here. I think that's the difference with some of these games tonight. If Norway beat Senegal and France beat Iraq, they go into a head-to-head on Friday for who's going to be top of the group, and that makes a big difference. He got very excited, didn't he? Who was that? But the same with Argentina. If they don't beat Austria, they might not top the group. David Alaba also played in the Bundesliga. He did. He was at Bayern. All the greatest Austrians play for German teams, says True Gent. Hi Mark, it's Jade. Remember the girl I stayed with at Christmas and broke up with in January? Well, found out today she's got a new man, and I don't know whether I feel jealous or still have feelings. Any advice? Mate, you stayed with her at Christmas to get presents, then dumped her on New Year's Eve. Any feelings you've got for her, keep them in your bloody... Keep them locked away. She don't need you back. You know what? You didn't do the right thing there. She don't need you back. I mean, if someone ever tells her about that stream, she'll never have you back. You stayed with her to get a Christmas present, and then you broke up with her on New Year's Day. I mean, that just sounds like jealousy. If I can't have her, no one can. That's a true story. He literally put a super chat in asking, and I sort of said, well, I would never break up with somebody the week before Christmas. You put all the hard work in and then you miss out with the reward. Stutter step penalty is the worst modern creation thought, says Hayden. Well, it worked for Bruno and Jorginho, didn't it? What's the Argentinian bench looking like, Mark? Well, you've got Barco on there, Alvarez, Lo Celso, Otamendi, Paredes, Paz, number 18, had a great season at Como. Where are the other games being played? France are playing in Philadelphia, in the streets of Philadelphia. And then Norway, Senegal is at the MetLife. I tell you what, New York must be absolutely rammed because they've had France there, Brazil there, Norway there, England are there on Saturday. Ben Foster's making me laugh. He's gone to New York and he's just doing the Fozcast. I love it. He's literally just going around New York. I follow him on Instagram. He's just going around New York eating. And then doing the podcast. They don't even do it daily like Lineker. They just do a couple of Fozcasts and just go around New York eating. I'd love to know how he's managed to get 3 weeks to go and do that. Imagine what he said to his missus. I've got a deal with ITV. I'm sat next to Neville. So you can't just do what you do at home and not go. No, it's absolutely essential I go to New York. It's a solid idea, exactly. I don't know why I didn't think of it. To be honest, if I'd gone, I wouldn't be bloody eating and cycling, would I? Too bloody busy. Best place to eat in New York, Mark, says K. Dot. You know what? When I was in New York, I didn't really do any of the greats. Hydration break. I didn't really do any. There's a place called Cats where you can get good sandwiches. I didn't go there. I just did really basic stuff and I loved it. Like even filet chicken or Chick-fil-A. We don't get that in the UK. We went there a couple of times, had some pizza, just went into a standard diner and got like a club sandwich and all that sort of stuff. But I didn't really go to anybody amazing and anywhere amazing. But there's just so many places to eat, isn't there? There's so many. Harry Maguire's selling stickers in New York. Yeah, I saw Peter Schmeichel having a pop at Harry Maguire for doing that. Like he'd gone to the way Schmeichel was talking, it was as if he thought Harry Maguire had gone to Times Square and set up a little thing to make a bit of money. I think it was to do with Panini. Like it was just a bit of a publicity thing. I was like, I think Schmeichel thinks Harry Maguire's booked a flight, took a load of stickers with him, and he's got a sideline. The guy earns 190 grand a week. You know. Thank you, Jade. Apparently, Dale says Messi's record at penalties isn't great at all. Hold on, what's going on here? Go. Oh, that wasn't. What was that? I don't even know what was going on there. We got about 5 seconds of what I presume are the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders, and then they cut it off. Well, we're now getting highlights of the Argentinian game. I have nothing to say. I have nothing to... my eye was caught by something, and then they took it off. So, yeah. Right, at half-time... Oh, it's not half-time. Oh, I'm losing my head. It's not even half-time. It's a hydration break. I need some hydration. We're not at half-time yet. It's the end of the first quarter. At the end of the first quarter, I've got a problem here. The carousel keeps going down. It's the second time. Oh, it's back again now. We're back. Okay, so Boyle Sports are sponsoring this stream today. You can get all your bets and everything you want to do, but I'm doing a bet builder. And you can get a 25% bet boost on your bet builder. A bet builder is where you put a load of things together in one bet to get your odds up. And you can get 25% bet boost with Boyle Sports as well. Link in the description or scan the QR code. My bet builder is Argentina to win, Lautaro Martinez to score at any time, over 2.5 goals, Messi over 2.5 shots, and Sabitzer to be booked. I'm sure that counts as a shot for Messi, that penalty. So that's one down anyway. So we'll keep an eye on that one. Let me know what your thoughts are. And don't forget, we've got a bit of World Cup knowledge for you. This is for half time. In which country did Argentina win its first World Cup? The second question is, which Austrian star has played for both Bayern Munich and Real Madrid? Well, that's my fault. If you've been listening, I've actually answered that question for you. I didn't know that was going to be the second question. We'll give you the answers at half time. Back yourself with Boyle Sports, 18 plus, UK and Ireland only. Please bet responsibly. Terms and conditions are in the description and on the screen. I tell you what, I'm cooler than a... This room now is like a fridge. We're all right. Walk out of this room, it's bloody boiling. In here, we're fine. Absolutely. Back up and running. Look, I genuinely do think Austria could get something. And I think in this first... I think it's... Look, probably was a penalty. Like... 60% if you think it was a penalty. We'll close that poll now. Corner to Austria. But I think for the good of the game, it's probably better that they don't. Sorry, I had to message my daughter there. She's out. She's gone to a different city, staying in a hotel, basically Mallorca, Palma, and she just messaged me saying, "Oh my God, I can't find anywhere to eat. I can't find any restaurants." I'm like, "Oh my God, I'm in my mid bloody 40s. You're like a late teenager. Type into Google nice restaurants near me, and you'll find about 10." I'm in the capital of Mallorca. I can't find anywhere to eat. Fucking hell. And that's the next generation. Mark, the best Austrians play for Germany. Did you get it? Says Nike. Yeah, I just don't go in. I don't go down that road. I did sort of I did think. I wonder if it's to do with that. Anglo-Saxon says, you in knight's armour versus a polar bear. Who wins? Love your work. I think it'd just end up both of us getting really tired, because a polar bear wouldn't get through knight's armour and I'd be too bloody tired and hot to throw any punches. So I think the polar bear would just eventually get tired and walk off going, "Rrr," and I'd be like, I'm knackered, I'm going to sleep. Do you think Argentina robbed the Netherlands in 2022? I'd have to... All I remember happening in 2022 was somebody kicked the ball at the... Otamendi kicked the ball at their bench, didn't he? And then got absolutely floored. Lovely feat by Messi, but good tackle. Yeah, he got absolutely floored by Van Dijk. Jacob says, I mean, was the Christmas present worth it? We don't know what the Christmas present was. Jade never told us that. He had a few Christmas presents across the Christmas week, by the sounds of it. Lovely ball by Messi, but the keeper does really well. And then Messi's there, and it's followed up. I thought there was an offside. I think Messi thought there was an offside as well. It's a lovely assist by Messi. I'd like to see that again. There's the ball. I don't think he wasn't offside, was he? Good keeping. Messi still the conductor, very much so. Alex says you should have said Romero to be booked. Heatwave, thanks very much for your follow. Very, very apt name at the moment. Randy says, why is... Hold on a minute, Austria. Why has Messi not retired? Well, he hasn't retired because he's still very good, basically. Oh, Carolina, my love. Bump and blood. Oh, Carolina, come wine by me. Oh. Well, it's definitely Argentina having more of the ball, but Austria look relatively comfortable. Ollie, thanks very much. Ollie says riveting content. Yeah, well, Ollie, maybe one day you'll have 10,000 people watching you at 6 o'clock in a World Cup watch along between Argentina and Australia. Until then, wind your neck in. Hi, Mark. A polar bear would crush you into paste even with night armour on. Here we go. David Attenborough's in the chat. You have to, there's always somebody has to come and ruin it. Have you noticed in life, somebody always has to come and ruin it? It's like sitting watching a film, isn't it? You know, you're watching the Titanic. Yeah. Somebody'd ruin it. Ronaldo or Messi, who do you think is the best? Piss off. Seriously, piss off. That's probably going to get clipped, isn't it, actually? No, literally not going to do it, Sol. Just not. Probably up there with the most irritatingly boring, repetitive, done-to-death question I've ever heard. I just cannot be arsed. I'm almost like, I think the question should be removed from history. If you say it, you go to prison for 10 years. I just no good comes from it, does it? No good. It's like your mate saying, I know you're married, do you fancy getting absolutely pissed and going to a school reunion? No good will come from it. No good will come from it at all. Start, bench, sell. Venom, He-Man, Guardians of the Galaxy. Well, apparently He-Man didn't do very well in the box office, but I guarantee it'll be a cult classic when it goes onto Amazon. I thought He-Man was brilliant, so I would start that, and the other two, I don't really care. Lautaro Martinez, I've got him to score at any time. Still on the attack. No one's in the middle. Lachlan says, hi Mark, apart from the obvious points around hydration breaks, I think another negative is they changed the momentum of the games. Argentina are suddenly on the ball now and look all right compared to before. Yeah, look, I absolutely do agree with that. I do agree with that. I think games do change. Post-hydration break. I don't have a problem with the hydration break. I heard a very interesting thing on a previous watch-along over the weekend where somebody said, no problem with the hydration break. Why does it need to be 3 minutes? Could it not be 90 seconds? Take some fluid on, get on with the game, and you're not allowed to speak to the coach. Because it does turn into a mini half-time. And you know, tactically, we do see the game change after the hydration break. So it effectively, technically, is becoming 4 quarters. The hydration break is there to hydrate. It shouldn't be there to coach your players and adapt. And if I'm a coach, I'm watching that first 22 minutes and I'm going, this isn't working. Right, everybody come in. I've got 3 minutes to change it. So I do agree with that. You shouldn't have access to your players as a coach. Is there a reason other clubs are ignoring Tonali, says Victor? Well, no. Man City do like him. Do you think Yamal could reach Messi and Ronaldo levels, says Dylan? I mean, he could, because he's still young enough. He could. Who's better, Pep or Sir Alex? Yeah, that's another idiot question, true, Jen. You're right up the arse of MUFC, LM, Messi or Ronaldo there. I'm your biggest fan from Iraq, and I'm scared, says Ahmed. I thought he did okay against Norway, but this should be a goal. It is. Messi. There it is. Don't need penalties. 1-0 from open play on the edge of the box. Lovely finish. There was not really much doubt, was there? You can ask questions about the Austrian defence. You can ask questions about who's tracking Messi. But the reality is the cutback is there to one of the world's greatest ever players on his left foot with no one anywhere near him. And it's a wonderful finish. But it was always going to be a wonderful finish. Another problem with this World Cup, way too long on the replays. Am I the only one who's noticed that? Way too long on the replays. It takes bloody ages. So here we go. Austria are out of position. Goes to the left-hand side. Look at where Messi is. There's no one anywhere near him. Lovely finish. Yeah, you don't save those. Just totally unmarked on the edge of the box. Took it really well. And I tell you what, if it's true that Austria haven't conceded a goal in 18 games, I'm bloody surprised if you're going to leave the best player on the pitch unmarked. But, yeah, good goal by Messi. It's inevitable. Goal 4 of this World Cup for Messi. He's got his hand, or one hand, on the golden boot already. Constantine says, give it about 20 minutes and this game will be a level. Interesting. He's quite good, Constantine. VBA says just inevitable. Who's the GOAT of acting? I think Gail Platt, says Donald Triumph. Thank you very much for that. Yellow card. People are pushing and shoving, saying it should be a red. Vittorio Martinez getting involved. I don't even think that's a yellow card. I don't even think that's a yellow card. I really don't. I don't think there's much in that. Argentina not happy about it, but I really don't think there's much in that. I can live with a yellow, but I think anybody who's saying red card, you're having a bloody laugh. Just walks into him. Start bench sell. Raiders of the Lost Ark. Close Encounters. ET. Start Raiders. Bench ET. Get rid of Close Encounters. What's the best national side you've ever seen, says Christian? Well, I'm older than a lot of you lot. Look, the German team in Italia 90 was absolutely brilliant in the early rounds. Mateus, Klinsmann, it was a bloody good side. I don't like to say it, but it was because they knocked us out. Brazil 94 was very good as well. Although they did win a lot of games, tight games. 2002 Brazil was good as well. Germany 2014 was good as well. It's a great question because nobody ever thinks about the great World Cup teams because, apart from Brazil 70. But you know what? I was building up to this. France 98. Home soil weren't massively fancied. Weren't favourites coming into it anyway. And they were brilliant. They were really good. France 98. They were really good. They're probably I'd say from start to finish, I just thought they got it absolutely spot on. Great question, Christian. Netflix has ruined the cinema business. I was at the cinema the other day. I took Seb to watch He-Man, and I'm not joking. There was only 4 people in the cinema, me and him, and 2 others. It was sad because it was a really good film. It had only been out for 10 days, and there was 4 people in the whole cinema. And I thought, you know what? It's another thing that we're going to lose, like Blockbuster, that was actually really good. I understand why we lost Blockbuster, because you don't need to go and rent videos anymore. But cinema, I don't think we should lose cinema. Paul says, you might be older than us, Mark, but you're still young at heart, doing the football gods work with these World Cup watch-alongs. Thank you. 3 tonight. 3 tonight. First one here. France against Iraq at 10 o'clock. We had someone from Iraq on live chat earlier saying they're scared. I mean, I think Iraq are going to lose. Mbappe might be looking at the golden boot and going, I could go past Messi tonight. It is the night, or the next 2 nights, is the big night of the forwards, isn't it? Kane and Ronaldo tomorrow. Messi, Mbappe, Haaland tonight. Ali says, I'm also from Iraq and I'm scared. I'll tell you what. I thought Iran nearly did it against Belgium last night. And I thought they were better with 11 men. Against 11 men. Don't know why. My husband said Messi looks like a milkman. Don't ask why, says Becky. If you remember Milkman, I know exactly what he means. I could imagine him with the long coat on and that. But he certainly delivers. Holland with Bergkamp, Koku, Davids, says Kenneth. They can't be the best World Cup side if they didn't bloody win it, Kenneth. Get with it. We were asking who's the best World Cup side you've seen. GTA 6 pre-orders this week, Mark. Why do you need to pre-order it? It's a digital copy. Not going to run out. Louis says, start, bench, sell. Scorsese, Spielberg, Nolan. Start, Scorsese, bench, Spielberg, sell, Nolan. Louis. I mean, Nolan's good, but come on. Humble says, Messi is the GOAT. He has to be right. True Gent says, I banter you a bit, but I love you, bro. Thanks, pal. Messi is so humble, he doesn't want to score penalties, says Corrupt. Alina, thanks for your follow on TikTok. Austria have done all right, but it's going to be putting the ball in the back of the net. They've created nothing, have they? Well-organised team, but they've just not created anything. Look, Ranić does a fantastic job with a very small nation. And they will go through because I think their final game is... Well, they should go through. Their final game's Algeria, isn't it? 7 minutes added on. You out of your mind or what? 7 minutes? Nearly 10,000 watching on YouTube. Thanks everyone who's watching on TikTok. If you are watching on YouTube, by the way, lots of people giving us a follow, like Philly and Banana on TikTok. Please give us a subscribe if you're on YouTube. We're on the road to 1.5 million this World Cup. Daily content, everybody's welcome. Lovely play down the left-hand side by Austria, but the cross is cleared. Oh, that's got to be a yellow card, surely. Or do we just not book Argentinian players? Yeah, it's a yellow card, doesn't even book him. Kicks him. How's that not a yellow card? Explain that one to me, ref. Where's the ref from? Absolutely baffled by that one, ref. Kicks him from behind. Definite yellow card. Nothing given. Well, it won't help the whole pro-Argentina conspiracy theory, will it? Which I don't actually agree with, but that should have been a yellow card. Look, if you're booking the other guy for walking into Almeida, you've definitely got to book Lautaro Martinez for tripping up a player from behind. Could have killed him. You have a chance to win £1 million, but for every pound is a second that you must remain in solitary confinement. So 11 days. Would you do it? This is Purple Burglar Alarm. No. I suspect a lot of you would, though. Do you have to do the whole 11 days to get the £1 million? Or if you did half of it, would you get 500k? Because I'd do a few hours just to earn, like, a few grand. But I wouldn't do 11 days in solitary confinement for £1 million. Donald, I'm not stupid. I'm not reading stuff like that out. Billy says you can pre-download the game. Yeah, but I just downloaded it the day before. Seb says, how do you rate African teams at the World Cup? I'm looking forward to seeing how Senegal do against Norway later. I thought Ivory Coast were very good. I think Cape Verde have been good. Morocco have been good. Egypt, I've not really watched massively. I didn't watch their game last night anyway. Ref also needs to calm down and stop yelling. It's just pasty. Yeah, imagine if you said that. Stop shouting! You definitely get a yellow card for that. I just remembered I've got to grab something. Oh. I just had to quickly do something. I was going to be in trouble. Ow, I'm so achy today. I'll tell you what, you go out of this room, which does feel like a fridge. I went upstairs. Oh my God. It's hot. It's almost like heat risers. Definitely hotter upstairs. Thanks for the follow, Arch. Do you think Boadi's going to get a big move? Says Juice the Kid. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he will do. There's always a player in the World Cup that gets a big move. Do you think Argentina can win it? I don't think Argentina will win it, no. I think they've got a better chance than Brazil, and also I think because it's in the Americas, or I don't know whether you call it that, but they'll go deep. I don't think they'll win it. No. I think they did very well to win the last World Cup. Who do you think is going to be the most surprising country in this World Cup? Says I like potato. Well, it's half time here. Let me just stop the clock. Messi has given Argentina the lead at half time. Quite a decent game in the sense that it's been a bit tempestuous. It's a shame Austria don't really have a focal point, a threat. Which is the problem you have when you're not a very big nation. But they've been competitive, but the difference has been Lionel Messi. And there's no shame in that, is there? But I agree with Eugene. Austria are a little bit toothless. Yeah. If England can win every game in the World Cup, could we win it? Oh, we'll leave that one there to be hung in the Louvre from Humble. If you want to answer that, anybody, it's way above me. Vipul says, start, bench, sell. Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart, Kurt Angle. Sell Kurt Angle, bench Shawn Michaels, start Bret Hart. Ref also needs to calm down. We've done that one as well. And let's have a quick look at half-time stats in this game. It should be on the screen now. So 60% possession Argentina. Both had 3 shots, but there we go. Nothing on target for Austria. Austria have actually had more corners than... It's quite an equal game. I just think it's having that... Well, having one of the best players that's ever played the game in your team, obviously, clearly does make a difference. Comments on rumours you're on Strictly this year. I'd probably win it if I did, but I can confirm I'm not. Thank you very much. And Messi only wants bangers, no penalties. I think Austria's aiming on Messi, making sure that he don't get the ball. Well, he did, Gio. He definitely did. And how many goals will Ronaldo score, if any, Mark? Well, remember Rory. He's been on some of our watch-alongs, Rory Jennings. He said that there were Dior, Caden, Simon and Nope. Thank you very much for your follows, and Masako as well. He said that Ronaldo won't score a goal in this World Cup. I said to him, that is absolutely crazy, because he will. But he hasn't scored one yet. I think Ronaldo will open up his account tomorrow. He won't win the Golden Boot. He definitely will not win the Golden Boot. But he won't not score. I mean, Martinez is just going to double down, isn't he? He's not going to drop Ronaldo. He will definitely start him against Uzbekistan tomorrow night at 6 p.m. And I'd fancy him to score in that game. Ultimately, I'd love Ronaldo to have been English. I think we all will. A lot of people saying, mark my words, this game will end 1-1. I hope you're right. I hope we do get a bit of a game going on. I would love Ronaldo to have been English. However, I don't envy the situation that they're in now. 41-year-old, best player that's ever played for your country, still wants to play for your country. It's not the same as having Cristiano Ronaldo at 31, is it? Like, there is a debate going on, whether it's right or not. But I think I definitely think he will score. Let me just tell you what we've got coming up. I always do this at half time. Let me tell me what you've got coming up. I also want to talk to you about the potential games that Argentina and Austria are actually playing for in the knockout stage, because there's a difficult game for whoever comes second in this group. But before we do that, our watch-along schedule for this week looks like this. So the next game is France against Iraq at 10 o'clock tonight UK time. We are doing that. And then the next game after that is Norway against Senegal at 1 a.m. UK time. We are doing that one as well. Next game after that is Jordan, Algeria at 4 a.m. We're not doing that. And then tomorrow night, it's Portugal against Uzbekistan at 6 p.m. UK time. We are doing that. And then England, Angleterra, it's Coming Home FC. England against Ghana, 9 p.m. tomorrow night. Of course, we're doing that. Yes, we are. Then it's Panama against Croatia at midnight. Not doing that. Colombia against Congo at 3 a.m. Not doing that. And then Wednesday night, 8 o'clock, we're into Group Game 3. So everybody kicks off at the same time. So we're live, 8 o'clock on Wednesday. Switzerland against Canada. Bosnia against Qatar. Remember that group, top place, I don't think it's been sorted out yet. Or has it? Maybe you can tell me that. Anyway, we're live for that. And then 11 p.m. on Wednesday night, Scotland. Scotland against Brazil. Morocco against Haiti. We'll have a double watch along for you. Can Scotland put themselves in with a chance? They won't know unless they get a point on Thursday, on Wednesday night, whether they've qualified or not, because 3 points may or may not get them qualified. But they need to avoid defeat if possible, and they will be through. Or if they do lose, they need to not get battered. 2 a.m. on Thursday morning, you've got Mexico's group coming to a conclusion. Mexico are already top, playing Czech Republic, South Africa playing South Korea. I probably won't do that, to be honest. I think it's a bit of a dead duck. Thursday night, we will be doing it. Curacao, Ivory Coast, and Ecuador against Germany. Germany already top, but it will go through second. Can Ivory Coast recover and lick their wounds? Midnight on, well, what is effectively Friday, but I call it Thursday night. Japan, Sweden, we will be doing that. Tunisia, Netherlands, we will be doing that. That group is still wide open, of course. And then Paraguay, Austria, and Turkey, United States is 3 a.m. We're not doing that. United States are already through. 8 o'clock on Friday night, Norway, France. Now, that depends a lot on what goes on tonight, but that could be a decider, Norway against France. If Norway beat Senegal later and France beat Iraq later, Norway, France will decide top of the group. And that's how we look for the rest of the week up until Saturday. Thanks for your follows, 1955. Appreciate you. Thank you very much. And Also, did my message earlier go through, says Mr. Tomba. Yeah, we loved it. Harvey says, if you had to keep one and never eat the other two, what? You wonder where he's going to go here. Oh, it is food. So if you had to keep one and never eat the other two, what would you choose out of a full English breakfast, roast dinner, pie and mash? Also, what's your favourite game so far? So if I had to keep one and never eat the other two, well, I'd get rid of pie and mash. Not a big fan of pie and mash. And I'd probably get rid of a full English breakfast and keep the roast dinner. Favourite game so far, England-Croatia. But if I can't have that, Netherlands-Japan. I enjoyed that game as well. Ooh. One and only says, explanation incoming, Mark. Pick a card. Argentina simply cannot get booked when kicking or stomping any player, as this only applies to other teams. I think it should have been a yellow card for Matares, Sandro Martinez. Ronaldo will score with a decent application of WD-40, says Thesp. John Rex says he was a deep hater. Funny, though. Thank you very much for that. Craig and Matty, thanks for your follows. Appreciate that. Young players you are impressed with by at this tournament. I'd say Alex Freeman, USA, and Yan Diamonde at Ivory Coast. I mean, look, obviously, Morocco's Bouadi looks very good as well. I think there's a few decent young players in this tournament. And we're still pretty early in it, aren't we? So, Cam says, Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Welcome to Chiefs Kingdom, says Cam. Lurker says, Messi fans are kids that don't remember Ronaldo used to be good at dribbling back in the day. Yeah, I mean, look, 20 years ago, almost 20 years ago, Ronaldo was the best player in the... I mean, that's crazy, isn't it? 2008, Ballon d'Or winner. Best season I've seen from any player in the Premier League ever. Nearly 20 years ago. USA versus England on July the 4th. Saw this as a possibility. What are your thoughts on the USA so far, says Paul. It's not a possibility, though, is it? Because if we top each other's group, that won't happen. I was going to talk about that, actually. Talking about the round of 32, the knockout stage starts on Sunday. So the interesting thing is that if Austria finish second, which they will do most likely if they lose this game today, then I was trying to figure this out. They'll play. If Austria finish, whoever finishes second in this group is probably going to play Spain in the last 32. Which is one to consider, isn't it? And also, that's what I wanted to mention. I don't think a lot of people have figured this out because some teams are going to top their group and get a bag of shit third team. A lot of first place teams are going to get a bag of shit third team. Argentina and Austria swap with Uruguay and Spain's group. So whoever finishes top of Spain's group plays second in Argentina's group. And whoever finishes top of Argentina's group plays second in Spain's group. So if Argentina finish second and Spain finish first, they're playing each other in the last 32. What's more likely is if Austria finish second, they're going to play Spain. And if Uruguay finish second, they're going to play Argentina. They are probably going to be the two toughest games of the last 32. It's just the way the draw's fallen. But that's nailed on. There is no third place for them lot. So, yeah. Argentina do need to top the group because nobody wants to see Argentina playing Spain in the last 32, do they? WO and Vodka, thanks for your follows as well. Hi, Mark. If you do not take into equation the fact that Netherlands 74 squad probably played the best football ever seen, then the best squad in the World Cup is Brazil 1970, in my point of view. Agree. Yeah, but they didn't win it, mate. AT Destry. I know that Netherlands team was very good, but they didn't win it. I think you have to win the World Cup to be one of the best teams that ever played the World Cup. Thank you very much for that. Please do subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. Thanks for all the follows on TikTok from Young and Majim and Anthony as well. Appreciate you. Cape Verde could finish second, Mark. I haven't looked at the groups, you know. You're probably right, because in Spain's group, Spain are top with 4. Uruguay have only got 2. And Uruguay have got Spain next. If Spain beat Uruguay, Uruguay go out. 2 points won't get you through. So you're probably right. It probably could be Cape Verde. So it could be Argentina, Cape Verde, and Spain, Austria, couldn't it? Uruguay have looked very poor. I don't know what everybody else thinks, but I think they've been pretty poor in this tournament, to be honest. And like Belgium, I mean, there's always big countries that come into the tournament and we think everybody's going to be good, and they're not. So yeah, I think they've struggled. Anyway, let's talk about Ball Sports, who are sponsoring our stream today. I've got a couple of questions to give you the answers to. Remember, they've got a 25% bet boost as well that you can get on top of your bets with Ball Sports. Link in the description, or scan the QR code as it goes round. So my bet builder is Argentina to win, yes. Lautaro Martinez to score, not yet. Over 2.5 goals, not yet. Messi over 2.5 shots. Well, he's definitely had 2. I think I might already be there with that. I think Messi's had 3 shots. Yeah, I'm already there with that. Sabitzer to be booked, not there yet, but there's still plenty to play for in the second half. The answer to our 2 questions. First question I asked you earlier was, in which country did Argentina win its first World Cup? Well, they won it in Argentina in 1978. Hosting the tournament, they won the tournament. The second question is, which Austrian star has played for both Bayern Munich and Real Madrid? And of course, I'd already mentioned this at the start of the first half. It is David Alaba. Don't forget, 18 plus only with Ball Sports. New UK and Ireland customers. Terms and conditions are in the description and on the screen. Please bet responsibly. Be gamble aware. Thank you very much for that. Do you see a way back for Austria? Well, I'm encouraged by the fact that there's a lot of people in the chat that see a way back for Austria. I think they've got to find a way to create a chance to get back into it. It has been quite an equal game. And I certainly think that you can get at Argentina. Players are coming out now. You can definitely get at Argentina. But if I'm being honest, I think they're more likely to get the second goal. Yeah. There's just a very big difference between Argentina and Australia, and I'm not talking about the geography. There's a very big difference. The depth of talent. Yeah. My favourite match so far, Fred, is Japan. Well, England, obviously. England, Croatia. I really hope England play really well tomorrow night as well. I think we will win. Although I did the preview earlier, a lot of people were saying they think Ghana are going to get something, and I don't disrespect Ghana. They definitely can, but I think England will win. I just want us to win well. That doesn't mean I want it to be 4-0. I'm happy with like 1 or 2-0, but I want us to play well. That's really important. If you're playing well, you're hard to beat. G-Max says Messi's a bum. Anthony Martial is clear. Okay, let's get ready for this second half. And hi, Mark. If you do not take into account... We've done that one from 80 Destry, haven't we? Okay, ref, let's get going. I've got an 8 o'clock show to do. I'm on United stand at 8, ref. Come on. There we go. There we go. There's 45 minutes plus at least another 3. 51. Oh, God. It'll be a little bit late for the 8 o'clock show. What do you think Argentina will be without Messi? Well, what do you think Portugal will be without Ronaldo? I mean, they've still got good players, haven't they? I mean, that looked like a foul as well. Some tasty tackles going in. And they're into the box. Oh, why did he not shoot? Austria's pressing game is very impressive. Very impressive. They need to keep this tempo up. I tell you what, if Austria can keep this tempo up, they'll be in for a great second half. Oh, no cut. You know, if you put someone like Erling Haaland up front for Austria, they'd be sorted. Arsenal Facts FC says Prime Sterling was putting up Messi stats. He's clear. Cross comes in. Emi Martinez gets hold of that. Light and Ricardo, thanks for your follows on TikTok. And Maka and El Presto and Dean. Messi's just gone down here. Yeah, that's definitely a foul. I'm surprised he didn't get booked. Fouling Messi, you'd probably get a red. Good tenacity and energy from Austria, though. Oh, Romero. On his knee. Be careful. They will be a bit worried about that. I think he's all right. He's not in a Spurs kit, so he'll get up. I'm joking. There was no way he was getting up from that last one. Tom, thanks for your follow. Mike Zan as well. Game's opening up a little bit, though. There'll definitely be another goal in this. I don't do 0-0s, do I? I've just realised as well. I'm so confident I won't do a 0-0. I never even think about it. But we have had 3 0-0s in this World Cup. 7's the record. This World Cup should break every record, though, just on volume. Brian says, who do you think is scanning the QR code to buy a TV license? Yeah, it does baffle me because if they need to scan the QR code to buy a TV license, they're already watching it without a TV license. Porro, Van der Ven, Van Heck, Spence, amazing defence, says Andrew. Okay. Jacob says, after video review, the player is Argentine. Decision, no card. Just Gone says, Latoro is a substitute player at best. It's interesting you say that. That's got to be offside, Messi. It's got to be offside. It's a great tackle, but yeah, he's surely offside. Yeah. It's interesting you say that about Latoro Martinez because I mentioned this on the United stand last night and I saw it as a tweet somewhere. And it was basically saying that I've watched McTominay play in the last 2 games and he's no better than he was at United. He clearly just plays in Italian football. And what they meant by that is Italian football's not very good. And it's not very good, is it? Because they can't qualify for the World Cup. They don't get anywhere near winning Champions Leagues. Although Inter Milan, to be fair, did get to a Champions League final, but got stuffed by PSG. And when you think about it, Lautaro Martinez is the best player in the Italian league. Was that Shakira? She's Colombian, isn't she? I'd start Alvarez. Shakira's Colombian, isn't she? Used to go out with Gerard Piqué. She is Colombian, yeah. There is a United Stand show at 8 o'clock, yes. Yeah. Another free kick there. Austrians don't really understand why. Well, it was on Messi, that's why. Well, it did look like a foul, to be fair. So free kicks, it's a long way out. Won't be shooting from here. Oh, you can get, Man United have just posted 25 minutes ago. You can get some signed match-worn shirts, but then they put Mason Mount there. He's hardly played it. There must be only about 2 then. Hardly bloody plays. Also, who would want a signed Mason Mount shirt? That's very niche, isn't it? If someone offered me a signed Mason Mount shirt, I'd say, nah, can I have it without the signature, thanks? I'm not being horrible to Mason Mount. I'd just rather not have the signature on it. I might want to wear it, you know. Thanks for the follow, Living. And Layla. Right. Yeah, it's very hot in the UK at the moment, if you haven't figured that out. Hot, hot, hot. And don't we know it? Do you want Somerville at Man United? No. No. I don't. I said this on the United Stand this afternoon. You know what I feel like? Why Man United shopping at West Ham? Free kick to Austria. On the edge of the box. Yeah, why are Man United obsessed with West Ham? You know what I think it is? And I was saying this earlier. You know, if you're having a barbecue on Saturday and you're getting your burgers and your baps and your dips from Tesco, but you need a new shirt. While you're at Tesco, you go, ooh, they do shirts as well. But really, you should be getting your shirt from, I don't know, John Lewis or Selfridges or whatever. I feel it's a bit like that. Right, let's see what happens with this free kick. Sabitzer. Oh, good save, Martinez. Probably one for the cameras, but at least it was on target. At least it made him do something. Does Burton still exist? Start bench sell, fish and chips, Chinese or Indian. Anglo-Saxon, I always say about food. I think Austria could get back into this game. You know, a few people at half-time were saying draw. I actually do think Austria have started the second half very, very well. I am doing Norway-Senegal tonight, 1 a.m. Yeah, we're back with an early one. Or a late one. Yeah, I could never start bench sell, fish and chips, Chinese or Indian, because it would always be mood specific. My appetite changes dependent on mood. Simeone Jr. is in the squad for Argentina. He's on the bench. Yes, love Kyrie, yeah. Jaitan, Thapello and Haytham, thanks very much for your follow, as well as Vinny, Tommy and Henrik. Vinny! I think Austria play very good football. They just can't put the ball in the back of the net. Same thing happened at the Euros. They play lovely football, but they just can't get the ball in the back of the net. Pressing game is incredible. Otamendi's coming on here. I wonder if that's for Romero. And I wonder if that needs a bit of a problem. There she is again, Shakira. Always seems a happy-go-lucky person. Yeah, Romero is off. Pete the Meat says, a Mount signed shirt is actually a complete one-off and very rare. Lehmer's a fantastic player, isn't he? Can play so many positions as well. Kevin says, which nation do you think will be the first to win a second World Cup this century? I believe it will be Spain in 2030. Could be Argentina this World Cup. Could be France this World Cup. Could be Spain this World Cup. Could be Germany this World Cup. Could be Brazil this World Cup. Won't be Italy. In all likelihood, it'll probably happen in this World Cup, won't it? Because it'll probably be Argentina, France, or Spain who win this World Cup, I think. I mean, I've gone with England, but everyone thinks I'm an idiot, so I'm just playing the popularist approach. That should have been a foul. No, not having it. I do like the way the refs let the game flow. I do like the way they let the game flow. It's somebody at FIFA has said, look, we're just not stopping games for stupid fouls anymore. Even I find it a little bit strange at times because we're just so used to those sort of things being a foul. But 17 million compensation for Maresca to Man City. Well, that'll help Chelsea out. Mason says, I've just got tickets to the World Cup game on my birthday. Let's go. Is that an invite, or is that you just being, let's go, I'm excited? Come on, Austria, get it. Just create a good chance. Shakira is to the World Cup what Mariah Carey is to Christmas. Says Explore. Argentina just can't live with this pressing game at the moment. DJ United said, it'd be nice if Austria just had a shot every now and again, though. Yeah, it genuinely would. They've had one shot on target. Mark says it's a bit of a snooze fest. I don't think, well, in relation to goal action, it probably is, but I think if you appreciate Rangnick ball, the high pressing, the passing, it's just, they just need a striker. Same thing happened in the Euros. They'll never go particularly far because they'll always get undone by the fact that the reason Argentina are winning this game is because of Messi, that one moment. What's your take on United's new stadium? Well, they've definitely changed their plans. They haven't got the land they wanted, so they've had to change it, haven't they? It's definitely not where it was going to be. Love Kiri says, you never talk about Chelsea on That's Football, and it makes me sad. Well, we did speak about Chelsea when you got Xabi Alonso as your manager. When you start doing something, we'll speak about Chelsea. Here we go. This could be a chance. Good block. See what I mean? Argentina don't do anything, but they still get chances. Caleb says, why is Chelsea getting compensation for Maresca? Because he's still under contract, technically. Michael, thanks for your follow. Shipang and Cristino as well. Abdullah as well. I don't know why Danzo went down there, because he's had to go off. I mean, it only hit him in the arm. Gonzalez and Alvarez coming on. Wow, Lautaro Martinez to score at any time is going to be dead in a minute, innit? I literally get clipped for anything. I'm not even going to give it any. Not giving it any air. Not going to give it any oxygen. Brazil are underdogs? Nah. I've seen enough of Brazil. Erky says you've got Super Sub on a bet builder. Have I? You know more about it than me. So whoever comes on for Martinez, if they score, I'm all right. Sean, thanks for your super chat. He says, I love you, Mark Goldbridge. You're the best streamer. Thanks, pal. I am watching the France game. I tell you what, if France-Iraq was on at 3 a.m, I probably wouldn't watch it. But because I'm doing the 1 a.m, it feels weird. The thing is, I'll be watching France-Iraq anyway, so I may as well do a watch-along for it. That's my thought. We're on the United stand at 8 o'clock. There is a couple of things to discuss, yes. Biggest and best football community in the world. It's a pleasure to be here, Mark. Thank you very much, as Anglo-Saxon. Well, thank you very much for your super chat. And we are the biggest and the best, you're right. Nearly 10,000 watching this match. Please do subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. The subs have not come on yet. Who does Gonzalez play for? Do they both play for Atletico Madrid, or am I completely getting that wrong? Messi. Shoots. Keeper thought, goalkeeper's given a corner there. I don't know why. Should have had his angles better. It's going to go for a corner. VAR, I wouldn't even panic. VAR will give a corner. It is a corner, and VAR will give a corner. 100%. I thought VAR intervened on corners. Oh, it was offside. Sorry, it was offside. That's why. Don't worry. I was going to say VAR would have intervened. Leo Powell, thanks very much for your follow on TikTok. Appreciate you. Mark, you should be the next Prime Minister. But it'd be a big problem because I don't do politics. VAR definitely can intervene on corner decisions of some description. Oh, I'm fed up with these cameras. I'm fed up with these cameras in the crowd where they tell them they're on camera. You know what I'd do? Well, no, it's not worth mentioning. Apparently, you can only change corners to goal kicks and not the other way around. Ah. It can't give corners, it can only take them away. A lot of people are saying that. Alvarez is on now for Lautaro Martinez. How far do you think Argentina go? I mean, dependent on how hard their side of the draw is, I would put them into... Oh, header over the bar there from Goldbridge. Sabitzer with the cross. I'd say Argentina are semi-finalists, at least, yeah. And Arnautovic is going to come on now at 37. Yeah, Lautaro Martinez went off for Gonçalves. Alvarez came on for Almeida, and Otamendi obviously came on for Romero. Trouble substitution here. I'd put Chukwuemeka on, I would. Bit of pace against Otamendi. I think it's something Austria miss. Yeah, 3 subs for Arnautovic, Prass and Friedel. Friedel is a centre-back, plays for Werder Bremen. Arnautovic, obviously, he's 37, plays for Red Star Belgrade, and Prass is also a defender. He plays for Hoffenheim. Arnautovic used to be quite quick, didn't he? Damien the Irish Penguin says, Mark's humour and banter reminds me a mix of a David Jason and Ronnie Barker. Goldbridge for PM, and again, thank you for everything. Well, thank you very much for your super chat, pal. Appreciate you. Pat Lyons says, Austria need fast subs. Yeah, well, they have got Chukwuemeka on the bench. I know he's a bit inconsistent, but he is fast. Marge says, I got married at the Emirates yesterday. What's the worst wedding you've been to? Hydration break. Well, what if the person's wedding I went to that wasn't very good was watching the stream? I've got to be quite. I've got to try and not give clues away here. Let's put it this way. I never really enjoy the church bit anyway. It's boring. But I went to the reception, and it was weird. Normally when you go to a reception where everybody sits for the meal, they move the tables back, there's a dance floor, it's all done in the same room, isn't it? This one was weird, right? It was in a hotel, we had the meal and the tables, but to get to the dance floor you had to walk out of one room, across the reception, and into a separate dance room. It was weird. And then I went to the bar after 2 hours and ordered some drinks. And he went, "Oh, you don't need to pay for them." And I went, "Oh yeah, I know there was some money put behind the bar, but that was 3 hours ago. How much is left?" He went, "Hardly anyone's had anything." So let's just say it wasn't the best wedding ever. Messi scored. Will Italy ever win the World Cup again? Looks far away now. Says look, Italians can moan about not being in the World Cup, and it must be horrible to not be in the World Cup since 2014. But you can console yourself with this. You have won the World Cup in 1982 and 2006. We haven't won the World Cup since 1966. I do that every morning. I don't see Italian football improving until they start bringing in... What was that young player they had? Cassano, was it? Or something like that. They need to... It was Cassano, wasn't it? I think he played for Real Madrid. Yeah, they need to... Italian football needs to develop players again. If Lautaro Martinez is the best player in the Serie A, that says a lot. The league has lost its way, certainly, and they need to improve it. Thank you so much, everybody who is tuning in. Please do subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. We're on the road to 1.5 million. Thanks everyone who's given us a follow on TikTok. We've got 2 more watch-alongs to come tonight. I'm on the United stand at 8 o'clock. Well, it would be a little bit past 8 o'clock, but roughly 8 o'clock. We're then back here at 10 p.m. for France. And then 1 a.m. we're doing Norway against Senegal. So we're pulling in a... I've enjoyed doing the early hours games, but as I said, I am going to be selective. I'm not just going to do... First week I did loads of games. Now I'm just picking the games I want to watch. And I do want to watch Norway-Senegal. So we are doing 1 a.m. game. If you want to stay up on a Monday night, I know it's the start of the week, but it's going to be bloody hot this week. So to be honest with you, a lot of us are going to be up in the early hours anyway. So we may as well watch a bit of bloody football. That's what I say. Who's with me, lads and ladies? Who's with me? It's bloody hot. I won't sleep anyway. I feel like I should know that person in the middle. I feel like he was an ex-footballer. I really do feel like I know that person. I can't think who it was. Argentinian footballer. Someone in the chat will get it. They always do. Good corner there. Should have probably been the game over. Headed it wide. You can have it all if you like. We've only got 15 minutes to go, and it's all going to come down to whether Austria can create a chance. Because that's the problem. They've had the ball. Can they create a chance? Can I just ask? I'm going to ask you a question in a minute, and it's one of life's big questions, and I've never asked it before, and I might be completely not getting the script, but I just assume it bothers everybody else as much as it bothers me, and I'd love to get your thoughts on it. Is that going to go for a corner? No, he's kept it in, and Argentina are going to play out from the back here. Well, the way it's going at the moment, I think they're just going to get over the line, Argentina, aren't they? And it's going to be that one goal from Messi. And of course, as we said, finishing top of the group, very important, considering if you finish second in this group, you're probably going to play Spain. And Argentina certainly will want to avoid Spain. Good play by Lautaro Martinez. He's looked very good. The yellow card. He's booked them both. How does one player get pushed to the floor and he books them both? I think this ref's crap. This ref is crap. Really crap. He's the worst I've seen. I don't see how Lema gets the same as Medina there when Medina's just pushed him to the floor. I mean, I don't know. Let it be. Millie, thanks for the follow. And Cam Carter as well. What was the question? Okay, the question I was going to ask is, does anybody else absolutely hate putting sun cream on? Does it like make you miserable? Or do you actually enjoy sun cream? I mean, you have to wear it. I had a cancer removed from my arm. So look, the benefits of sun cream and safe sun, not safe sex. Well, there's benefits of safe sex, of course, but we're not going down that road. The benefits of being safe in the sun are absolutely essential. But I hate sun cream. It's horrible. It's horrible when you get in the shower at the end of the day. It's horrible to get it off. It doesn't feel like it comes off. When you put it on, it's just... The spray is much better, but even then it's horrible. I just hate it. The spray is definitely better than the cream, but I just don't like it. And you know when you're on holiday and you put it on in your room and you have to wait for it to settle in. It's like painting a bloody fence, isn't it? Christian says I've got no thoughts on it really. That must be great to be you, Christian. Oh, you have to wear it, yeah. And the benefits are you get to go out in the sun. I'll tell you what, there's nothing I like more on a hot day, just going and lying on a sunbed for 5 minutes. Just that 5 minutes of feeling the sun on your skin. Naked. No, I'm joking. Feel it, just lying there in the sun and feeling the sun's rays. It's so therapeutic. I mean, don't do it for an hour, you'll get burned. No one wants to get burned, but it must be great to live in a hot climate, actually. I think the benefits, we don't get enough of it in the UK. We lack sunlight, of course. That's a lovely ball, and he will get there, and then Emi Martinez gets there as well. Stewie says, I'm Ginger. Shade is my friend. Rossi says, am I losing it or are people acting like it's never been warm before? Mate, you've got to be very, very careful because I put a tweet out earlier and I got absolutely pounced upon by whoever these prats are. So basically, where I live, we've had emails from the school. We've had, work from home days. We've had, what else have we got? All activities for our kids have been cancelled this week. Yeah. All under the guise of it's going to be a hot week, right? It is going to be hot. It's going to max out at 33 degrees tomorrow, 35 degrees on Wednesday, and 34 degrees on Thursday. That is hot. But we would have had weather close to that when I was growing up. And I don't think we would have been on lockdown. I'm really disappointed that Argentina, Austria can't score a goal. I got to be honest. Big Verge says it's greasy. That's the problem, yeah. And also, what do you do with your hair? Because I'm not really a cap man. I mean, look. I'm all right with my cap like that. No, I look bald now. I look like I'm bald. You can't see my hair. That's a glimpse. Look at that big bloody forehead. I look bald. Don't ever do that. Oh my God, I've never seen such an idiot in all my life. That makes me look bald. It's because my hair's like high up. I can do that. Now that looks... I thought I could do that. I actually thought I could get away with that. KSI Bridge, don't say that. I'm not a cap man. I haven't got the face for a cap. Better without glasses. Actually, without glasses, it looks all right. Yeah, that looks better now. That looks better now. It's the glasses. It was the glasses. But what do you do about your head? Because you can still... that was the problem, was doing that. Who wears a hat like that? Idiots. You gotta have it up a little bit like that. I get burnt on my head, I do. You can't put sun cream on your fucking hair, can you? You can't put sun cream on your face and start rubbing it on your hair. You look like someone's come in your head. So what do you... That's a genuine issue. What do you do to stop yourself from burning on your hair? Because you cannot get that white stuff and start rubbing it through your hair. You can't do it. "1983, 7 consecutive days of 30 degrees plus in England," says Alpha. Well, wasn't there a heat wave in the 70s as well, where it was for like 3 weeks? Yeah, but don't worry, 2026, it's Armageddon. And I tell you what, I bet they didn't cancel everything then. Probably didn't wear sun cream either. This is going to end 1-0 to Argentina. I apologise, everybody. I do like Austria, but they just can't score goals. They've got no they've got no attack. They have had a good game, but they just can't score goals. Thoughts on Armageddon the film, says Joe. If you just leave your brain at the door and enjoy it as a film, it's very good. If you start thinking about it, it's completely and utterly mad. You can get hair sunscreen spray. Sounds good to me. Yemen says cemeteries are more alive than this game. Look, in fairness, as much as Austria can't score goals, Argentina are decent defensively as well. Has the France game been pushed back? Bad weather? I will let you know. It doesn't actually bother me if it does get pushed back because I'm staying up till 1 AM anyway. Yes. Fans have been told not to travel to the Philadelphia Stadium for Monday's World Cup game between France and Iraq due to inclement weather. Heavy downpours and bouts of thunder are forecast for the group tie, which the 42nd match. Kickoff is scheduled for 10 p.m, 5 p.m. local time, and it will be the first match to be delayed if it does not start on time. Fans have been told gates will not open at the ground on time because of the weather. No announcement yet. To be honest, that doesn't not suit me tonight, because as much as France-Iraq is a game I'm going to watch, it's the 1 a.m. game I want to watch the most. So if that gets put back by an hour and we go straight into Norway-Senegal, I'll be okay. Oh, was that... Who was that? Was that Lisandro Martinez through? I don't think it was, no. No. Game's starting to get stretched now. Last 5 minutes. Chukwuemeka's on. Cross comes in. Headed away. Come on, Austria. It was Julian Alvarez, Mark. Argentina are defensively very good. I think that's something we need to appreciate as well. Cleared away. I can't see Austria I can't see them equalising here. Dot says, can you shout me out? You've got a username that's a dot, mate. But thanks for the follow. Yeah, no announcement on the weather. On the kickoff time for France. We are live for France against Iraq, but it looks like it's going to be the first game that is impacted by the weather. As I said, I don't massively care because I'm up till 1 a.m. anyway, and that's the 10 p.m. game, so not too fussed. I'm lazy. Is an England-Argentina match possible? I need to take a look at that. I do need to redo that. I'll tell you what, I'll give the answer at 10. I think they're on... There'll be somebody in the chat who knows the answer to that, but I think they're on the wrong side of the draw if Argentina finish top and England finish top. I think we're on the different side of the draw. Although... Senna says, I think they are on the same side. It could be a semi-final. I know France... Brazil are on England's side of the draw if they finish top of the group. Loads of people saying semi-final, yeah. So I know it's Mexico last 16, Brazil quarter-final, and it would be Argentina semi-final then. He's a good player, that number 21. I definitely recognise him from... gone off the page now. Who's 21 for Austria? Because I definitely recognise him from the Bundesliga. Let me look. "21. Wimmer, yeah. Who does Wimmer play for? Wimmer. Patrick Wimmer. Plays for... He's 25. He plays for Wolfsburg. Here we are. Alvarez into the box. He's not going to pass, you know. He does pass now. It's mad how Messi... They don't rest Messi either, do they? Did come off against Algeria towards the end, but full 90 here. Just about to hit the 90th minute. Please do subscribe to the channel, by the way. Bottom right-hand corner on YouTube. We're on that road to 1.5 million. Thanks everyone who's tuning in. Argentina are actually on the attack here in the 90th minute. And he's going to give a free kick. 5 minutes added on. Mr. Tara and Boss Ben, thanks for your follows. Blah, blah as well. And Queen. Messi with the cross. It's nearly made its way to Sandro Martinez, but here's Chukwuemeka, and I mean that looked like a foul to me, but referee's not going to give that. Despacito. That's how they do it down in Puerto Rico. Wow, 3 minutes to go. Launch it in. Launch it in. Bloody hell, I meant to be on the United stand in 4 minutes. That's not going to happen. Anything on the France kickoff? You're panicking, aren't you? I'm not panicked by that. I'm up till 1 AM anyway, so if they want to start the France game at 11, perfect. Perfect. I'm purring like a fucking cat. Apologies. Have you seen this article? The key differences between Tuchel and Southgate's England teams. Oh, easy. Oh, header just wide. Austria. Wimmer. I do think Austria will go through, but they'll be going through in second place and playing Spain. It's the same old problem. They just don't have somebody who can put the ball in the back of the net. Argentina could get Cape Verde. Right, one last attack maybe for Austria. They're on the attack here, down the left-hand side. They've got to put it in the mixer. Put it in the mixer. Put it in the mixer. It's well to keep that in, Chukwuemeka. They've got just whip it in. Whip it in. That's it. Oh, what a terrible ball. And now they'll break. They should score here. They should score here. Messi. He's just got to provide it. It's a lovely ball. He's got to score, Alvarez. Great save, keeper. He's going to have to save it again. Messi. Messi. Blocked. Goal. 5 goals for Messi. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. He's got 5 goals in 2 games. We're watching greatness. We are watching greatness. Ronaldo's just left the room in Portugal's training camp. The last minute of the game, Messi scores again. The guy is unstoppable. Unstoppable. Game over. It's crazy. Crazy what this guy is still doing. I mean, I said this. I haven't really seen him play since Qatar because he plays in the MLS. So I'm not going to watch it. Sorry, I'm not. But he's still got it. He's just played 95 minutes in a World Cup match and scored 2 goals. What are the words you can put for Messi? Just unbelievable. It won't make a lot of difference to Argentina. They weren't going to get an equaliser anyway, but it makes a big difference. Sorry, it won't make a big difference to Austria. They were going to lose anyway, but it makes a huge difference for Messi, the Golden Boot, and Argentina, and the buzz around them. They'll top the group now. As I said, I would say semi-finals minimum, Argentina. They're the only South American team I think can win it. And they defend well, they work hard, they're aggressive, and they've got Lionel Messi. That's how they won it in Qatar. Can they do it again in what will be America? And he would have had a penalty if he'd scored the penalty. He would have had a hat-trick if he'd scored the penalty. Another free kick. Danso is a disgrace, says Jay. I mean, I don't think he's done particularly well at Spurs. She's a Messi fan. Can anybody catch Messi for the Golden Boot? Well, it's going to be very difficult because he's going to stay in the tournament and he's going to keep scoring. I mean, what's the Golden Boot record in one tournament? I think he's going to shoot here as well. I think he'll shoot. Get ready to get off your chair. I think he's going to shoot. Oof, I tell you what. That's the final whistle. What a show. The Messi show again. But look, shout out to Argentina's defence. It was very good. But man of the match, second time in a row, Lionel Messi. Absolutely incredible. And Sabitzer wants the shirt. Austria can still go through. Lisandro Martinez having a hug with Sabitzer. I think they did have a crossover at Man United, didn't they? Lisandro Martinez very good. But it's the Messi show again. Absolutely fantastic performance from him. And can anybody stop him getting the Golden Boot? Well, Mbappe's next. Haaland's at 1 a.m. Harry Kane's tomorrow. I think they're the only people that can do that. But look, this is like... I'm loving this World Cup. The stadia, the atmosphere, the officiating, although today's was a bit shit, but in general, the game's flowing. And Lionel Messi. I mean, what more do you want? We've got the games, we've got the atmosphere, we've got the officiating, and we've got the stars. It's all working, isn't it? I'll be back for the French game. It's meant to be kicking off at 10 o'clock. We'll have to wait and see. There's talk of rain. We're definitely doing the 1 a.m. game between Norway and Senegal. And I'll be on the United stand in about 5 minutes. If you could tell everybody on the United stand, I'm going to be 5 minutes because I've just got to quickly have a quick refreshment and toilet break, and I will be over there. Speak to you in a minute. Take care.